the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making. One, two, three, four.
Let's climb in. Now, when entering and exiting the cab, always face the vehicle and have at least 3 limbs in contact with the vehicle or the ground at all times. Let's start by looking at the cab interior. Volvo truck cabs incorporate exceptional room, comfort, and ergonomics with the highest standards of fit and finish. The instrument cluster encompasses the gauges, driver information display or DID, and telltales, and is located directly in front of the driver. The large, easy-to-read displays and gauges help keep you focused on the road ahead. The telltale indicators are located in the top center and at the bottom of the instrument panel. A telltale indicates the actuation of a device, a correct or defective condition, or a function failure. For example, the electronic malfunction light, the engine shutdown indicator, park brake, and the turn signals are all telltale indicators. When the ignition key is turned on, certain telltale lights will light up for a short period of time as each system check is run, about 3 to 6 seconds, and then go out. This shows that the indicators themselves are working and that the functions and devices they represent are working as well. You are probably familiar with most of these indicators already, and the operator's manual has a complete list of each indicator and its function, so we won't go into what each one means. However, when you see any of these indicators light up, you'll need to take immediate action. For example, if the engine preheat indicator lights up, the engine intake preheater is on. You should wait until the light goes off to start the engine. If the check indicator comes on, you can keep driving as long as there is no substantial power loss, but the vehicle should be brought in for service as soon as it is convenient. The red stop indicator illuminates if there is a problem with a major engine system, such as low coolant level, low oil pressure, or high water temperature. All of these conditions require you to safely park your vehicle and shut down the engine. The driver information display, or DID, is located in the center of the cluster and is controlled by a multi-purpose stalk. The Enter button is used to display a list of menus, open a menu, and select the highlighted area. The Up arrow button is used to scroll up through a menu. The Down arrow button is used to scroll down through a menu. The ESC, or Escape button, is used to return to the previous menu or display. You can select Favorite Gauge displays, allowing you to see the options most important to you. The DID can be toggled between the favorite displays and the menu screen by pressing the Escape button on the stalk. The clock time in the DID is set using the stalk switch lever. The high version of the sleeper control panel and the radios that have Bluetooth use the clock setting as their source. To the left of the DID is the After-Treatment Diesel Exhaust Fluid, or After-Treatment DEF tank gauge. Just below and to the left of the DEF tank gauge is the amber DEF warning light, which will illuminate when the DEF level is too low. Occasionally, you may see the malfunction indicator lamp illuminate. This indicates that the onboard diagnostic system needs to be accessed for information. As part of the requirements in EPA 2010, engine manufacturers must monitor the condition of the engine aftertreatment system, also known as EATS. The Selective Catalytic Reduction, or SCR system, is monitored to determine if any tampering has occurred. If the wiring has been compromised, a sensor failed, or tampering detected in the engine aftertreatment system, or EATS, the driver will be given 3 indicators: a solid DEF light, audible warning, and the DID message will read SCR system fault, engine will derate. You may use the DID stock controls to acknowledge and eliminate the reminders temporarily, but the EATS system will need to be restored for the reminders to be eliminated or to eliminate the derate trigger. On the back of the sun visor, there's a decal that lists the SCR and DPF information and the actions required of you, the driver. Let's look at the steering wheel. The tilt steering wheel and telescopic steering column adjust for optimum driver comfort. Plus, they collapse to absorb energy and reduce the risk of injury in a crash. To adjust the tilt and telescope position of the steering wheel, push down the adjustment pedal and move the wheel to a comfortable, safe position. Note that you need to continue to hold down the pedal while adjusting the steering wheel. Never adjust the steering wheel while the vehicle is moving. The steering wheel and stock switches and controls allow you to operate frequently used controls without taking your eyes off the road. Volvo's standard equipment radios include the ability to connect a Bluetooth phone, allowing for hands-free operation. Once the cell phone is initially synchronized with the truck, the phone will automatically sync up with the truck every time it's inside the cab. When a call comes in, the DID will display the incoming call information, and the audio volume from an audio source CD or radio will automatically mute. This hands-free communication is supported by a microphone located in the overhead console and through the audio system. If the truck has a Bluetooth-equipped radio without the steering wheel controls, use the controls on the mobile phone to answer and disconnect calls. Electric and air horns are standard equipment on all Volvo trucks. Both horns are operated from the steering wheel. The airbag can be pressed down anywhere around the edge to engage the air horn, which is the more powerful sounding horn. The electric horn, or city horn, is activated using either of the 2 buttons at the bottom of the steering wheel. The optional hand control brake lever is on the right. Pull it down to activate the trailer or rear axle service brakes, depending on your vehicle. The wiper washer control lever is the large stalk on the right-hand side of the steering column. The wipers have normal and fast speeds, which are activated by moving the lever down 1 or 2 positions. To let the wipers engage for a few passes, lightly depress the lever until the wipers start and hold it there. The wipers return to the parking position when the lever is released. The interval wiper function is engaged by moving the lever up. The normal program speed is 1 pass every 10 seconds. To shorten the interval time, move the lever to normal wipe position and then back to the interval position again. The interval can be programmed between 1 to 10 seconds between each pass. To operate the windshield washer, pull the lever toward the steering wheel. If washer fluid needs to be added, use a commercially reputable washer fluid that has good cleaning capability and does not freeze in cold weather. An indicator will appear in the DID when the washer fluid level is low. The dash consists of 4 panels, A, B, C, and D. The wraparound section of the dash on the right side houses the B panel with locations for a number of optional switches that may be included in this part of the panel, such as the 5th wheel position lock, traction control, etc. The operator's manual has a complete list of the optional switches and their functions. Volvo trucks and tractors may have 2 air control valves on the instrument panel. Trailer supply, red octagonal knob. System park, yellow diamond knob. After sufficient air pressure is built up, be sure to apply the foot brake to prevent the vehicle from rolling. The yellow system park valve knob should be pushed in first. The red trailer air supply valve knob may then be pushed in. The trailer air supply valve knob and system park valve knob will automatically pop out if the system pressure drops to 25 to 35 psi. The tractor protection valve will then close, the tractor spring brakes will apply, and the trailer emergency system will be activated. On vehicles equipped with the standard two-valve system, the operation of one valve together with the other permits the operator to select these desired functions. Refer to your operator's manual for more information. The stalk on the left side of the steering wheel has the cruise control buttons that turn the cruise control on, set the cruise speed, resume speed, accelerate, and decelerate. If the vehicle is equipped with the optional Volvo Enhanced Cruise or VEC, it will provide warnings when the truck is too close to a vehicle it is following or if there is a vehicle on the right side of the truck. VEC will help maintain a safe following distance from vehicles ahead of the truck. It reduces the engine speed, applies the engine brake, downshifts automated manual transmissions like the I-Shift transmission, and will apply up to 1/3 of the service braking force if needed. VEC's application of service brakes will disengage the cruise control. Remember to re-engage the cruise control when it is safe to do so. As you can see, VEC is an active safety feature that provides a series of warnings and sequential actions to help you maintain a safe distance from other vehicles. We'll talk more about VEC and other Volvo active safety systems when we take a look at the on-road operation. The directional indicator controls are also by the left stalk. These may be canceling or non-canceling depending on the option selected. Volvo trucks have several models of radio available that are Bluetooth equipped as standard equipment. These radios provide high-quality audio AM, FM, and NOAA weatherband radio and allow you to save up to 18 FM and 6 AM stations, and they have an integrated CD player. Traffic and news information are available to keep you informed while on the road. The seat belt and airbag create a zone of protection for the driver. To fasten the safety belt, pull the belt out from the retractor and insert the latch into the buckle and adjust the comfort clip for your preference. In the event of a crash, the 3-point seat belt holds fast and the standard driver's side airbag may deploy. In the event of a frontal crash, the engine mounts are designed to release the engine and transmission down under the chassis rather than pushing it into the driver's compartment. The one-piece windshield provides an unobstructed view of the road ahead, and its roped-in installation assures that the windshield does not affect cab strength. In the event of a crash, the windshield can be kicked out and used as an escape route. One other feature that is important to note is the optional pre-trip assistant. This will help you complete your vehicle pre-trip inspection. The pre-trip assistant checks the continuity of specific external lighting electrical circuits, cycles the external lights on and off so you can see them cycling as you inspect the truck during your walk-around. And back in the cab, it also helps check for air leaks using a 60-second air brake system test. Using the stalk control, select Pre-Trip Assistant from the main menu in the DID and follow the prompts. The initial pre-trip screen displays switch status. The Switch Circuit Status Check tests the functionality of the switches and their corresponding circuits. To start the check, the driver must turn the individual switches on and off. As the switches turn on or off, the cluster updates the DID to show the switch being tested and its status. The following switches can be checked: service brake, turn signals, hazard, light control panel, and high or low beam switch. After the diagnostic is completed, the screen displays detailing the status of each switch. The exterior light inspection check cycles specific vehicle and coupled trailer exterior lights on and off. The following exterior lights are cycled through the check: high and low beam headlights, parking and side marker lights, hazard, turn signal and, if equipped, fog and driving lights, and tail and brake lights. Stop the test by pressing Escape on the stalk or by starting the engine. The air leakage check allows the driver to accurately measure the amount of air pressure drop in the front and rear brake air systems. Start the engine and check that the brake pressure gauges are greater than 100 psi. Turn the engine off. Release the park and trailer brakes and allow the system to settle and the air gauge needle to stop moving. Press and hold the brake pedal for a total of 60 seconds. Once the brake pressure test is completed, the pressure leak test results are displayed in the DID. Note that the pre-trip assistant is not a substitute for a complete pre-trip inspection. DEF has its own tank over on the driver's side of the truck, distinguishable by its blue cap, and a gauge in the dash that displays the level of fluid in the tank. The DEF tank gets filled with only approved DEF from a sealed container or an approved dispenser, nothing else. Your DEF tank is sized so that a full tank has more than twice the range of your fuel tanks. Remember, only approved DEF from a sealed container or an approved dispenser goes in the DEF tank, nothing else. No homemade mixes, no straight water, no recycled human or animal liquid wastes, just approved DEF. And when filling, everything must be kept very clean. No dirt, foreign particles, paper or cloth fibers or contaminants of any kind can be allowed in the DEF tank. You may detect an odor of ammonia when filling DEF tanks with the fluid. However, DEF is not classified as a hazardous material. Regardless, it should still be handled carefully, similar to the way you would handle windshield washer fluid. Your pre-trip inspection should include a physical inspection of the fuel tank and the DEF tank. While checking the DEF tank, look for DEF and coolant leaks. DEF dries as a white powdery substance, so seeing a white residue around the DEF injector and the SCR catalyst may indicate a leak. And if for some reason the SCR system has been tampered with, you will see the blinking indicator and get messages in the DID. If you ignore the indicators and messages, that's right, the engine will derate. But if you feed approved DEF clean and in the tank, you'll very seldom see any of these warnings, if ever. Before closing the hood, check that everything in the engine compartment is secured. Close the hood by pushing from the front. It closes under its own weight, and the hood latches automatically when closed properly. We will begin with the Volvo Cruise Control. When on the road, cruise control is a convenience to the driver and it improves fuel efficiency. It's easy to set the cruise control while driving. To engage and set desired speed, set the cruise control switch to on. When the desired vehicle speed has been reached, momentarily press in the Set Plus or Set Minus switch on the end of the lever. To increase speed, press the Set Plus switch. A momentary press of the switch, half second or less, will bump up vehicle speed in small increments. To decrease speed, press the Set Minus switch. A momentary press of the switch, half second or less, will bump down vehicle speed in small increments. Note, the cruise control can be engaged at speeds above approximately 18 miles per hour. The cruise control is disengaged if the clutch pedal is depressed for greater than 5 seconds, the brake pedal is depressed, or if the cruise control switch is set to off. When the cruise control switch is pushed to the resume position, the vehicle resumes the previously set speed. Momentary acceleration, such as for passing another vehicle, does not interrupt cruise control operation. After passing, release the throttle and the previously set speed will then be maintained without having to set the switch to resume. Volvo Enhanced Cruise, or VEC, works with the truck's cruise control to maintain a safe following distance between vehicles. VEC also has the capability to automatically slow the truck with the engine speed, engine brake, and service brakes to maintain a set following distance, while at the same time alerting you to potential danger. Using a radar sensor mounted in the front bumper, VEC monitors vehicles moving in the same direction as the truck. If the monitored vehicle slows to a stop, VEC will slow your truck to a stop as it maintains the time gap. Green, yellow, and red VEC alerts, along with distinct audible beeps, let you know how close you are to another vehicle. VEC provides warnings and will maintain the set distance whether or not cruise is engaged. VEC will reduce the engine speed, engage the engine brake, downshift automated transmissions, and apply up to 1/3 of the braking force to reduce the truck's speed. If cruise is on and VEC applies the brakes, it will disengage cruise, so you'll need to hit the resume switch to re-engage it. The brakes will be applied using a hard jab, so you'll know they were applied. VEC also includes active stationary object detection warning to let you know when a stopped object is in the road. It will only provide a warning, and it is up to the driver to determine what actions are needed to avoid the object. Volvo Active Brake Assist builds on the Volvo safety systems to reduce the potential of rear-end collisions. Volvo Active Brake Assist is always engaged above 20 miles per hour and takes a series of steps to avoid a collision. Like VEC, it will provide audible and visual warnings to the driver and slow the truck by reducing the engine speed, applying the engine brake, gear change, and applying up to 2/3 of the braking power. It is important to remember that these systems are designed to assist the driver with the safe operation of the truck. There is no substitute for a safe and aware driver. You are expected to maintain control of the vehicle even while these systems are assisting you with maintaining the distance or stopping the vehicle. Your brake pedal will respond the same, and you can apply more braking force than these systems if necessary. Volvo engineers have provided warnings, indicators, and icons that are in a logic to reduce driver confusion if more than one system is active at the same time. But understand that you are in control and are responsible for the safe operation of the vehicle. These systems are your assistants in a safe journey. As any driver knows, it is very important that the truck maintains the right speed when it is rolling downhill. The unique intelligent Volvo engine brake, known as the IVEB, slows the vehicle and reduces wear and tear on the wheel brakes. With IVEB, you don't have to reach over to the dash to adjust the engine brake switch every time the slope of the downgrade changes. Move the stalk to the A position, and when the vehicle reaches the target downhill speed, engage cruise control. This will set the downhill cruise speed. The IVEB will engage with infinite control within the limits of the engine brake to maintain that speed. Here's how to go down a mountain with Volvo's IVEB engine brake. Put the engine brake stalk on the right-hand side of the steering column into the A position. Then accelerate until you reach your target descent speed, in this case 35 miles per hour. When you reach 35, press in the plus button on the end of the control stalk. Now you are in brake cruise. The IVEB engine brake will hold this speed within limits regardless of whether the grade gets steeper or shallower. If you need more retardation, you can pull it down to 3. Or if you need maximum retardation, pull the stalk all the way down to the B position for maximum engine braking. This will tell I-shift to downshift to the maximum extent possible. This truck is also equipped with Volvo's I-shift transmission, and Volvo's enhanced engine brake is standard with I-shift transmissions. I-shift equipped vehicles with this system operate with features that are available due to the integrated operation of the transmission control module and the engine control module. This sharing of information and integration allows for a more optimized engine brake performance. The transmission can now downshift to increase the engine braking effect. As the vehicle slows, the transmission may downshift to keep braking torque high. All I-shift equipped vehicles will have a 6-position brake stalk. Positions 0, A, 1, 2, and 3 are of a fixed or locking switch position, while the B position is a momentary type switch. While in position A, and when cruise control is enabled and vehicle speed exceeds the set cruise speed, the IVEB will engage and adjust the engine braking effort up to 100% in order to maintain the set cruise speed. The engine brake performance mode is activated by moving the 6-position engine brake stock switch to the B position, which is a momentary switch position. When activated, B is driving mode in the driver's display. When the extra engine brake performance mode is requested, the transmission monitors the RPMs and helps the engine provide maximum braking torque by automatically selecting a lower gear in order to keep the engine speed as high as possible. This function is only available in the high-range gears, 7 and above, and will automatically disable once a low-range gear is attained. Position B provides 100% braking plus downshifts if necessary. The Volvo iShift is an automated manual transmission, or AMT, designed for a single purpose, to optimize the performance of a Volvo truck. The iShift is a 12-speed AMT that is the only automated transmission exclusively designed to communicate with the Volvo engine platform, contributing to overall fuel efficiency. With iShift, there is no clutch pedal.